Good evening. I'm Alex Carter, and this is your comprehensive U.S. news update for Thursday, December 11th, 2025. Today we bring you the latest developments in the economy, federal politics, foreign relations, technology, and social trends shaping life in America. Let's begin. Graphics with virtual anchor in a newsroom. Date on screen, December 11th, 2025. Clean lower third, U.S. map in background. Today, the Federal Reserve announced it will begin technical purchases of Treasury bills to manage year-end market liquidity. The move, starting December 12th, is designed to maintain control of interest rates amid tightening money market conditions in the end of the quantitative tightening program. Officials emphasize this action is not a change in monetary policy, but a liquidity measure. Investors reacted positively, with major indices rising across the board. Stock market tickers rising, Federal Reserve announcement text, Treasury bill graphics. Reuters. In equity markets, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained over 1%, the S&P 500 rose, and Nasdaq followed suit. Analysts interpret today's rally as a response to the Federal Reserve's liquidity announcement and an optimistic outlook for 2026 economic growth, even as some committee members dissented on further rate cuts. Despite debate within the Fed, the expectation for moderate inflation and stable jobs continues to drive cautious investor confidence. Dynamic stock charts, traders on trading floors, quotes from economists. Barron's. Recent economic forecasts suggested GDP growth rate near 1.6% for 2025, with moderate inflation expectations. Economists continue debating the long-term implications of government spending, tariffs, and labor market shifts. With technological productivity gains but demographic challenges in labor participation, many forecasters see mixed signals for 2026. GDP bar charts, consumer price index graphics, tech innovation footage from U.S. factories and labs. Mercatus Center. Though the government shutdown officially ended last month after 43 days, lingering economic effects remain. Federal data gaps delayed key metrics on jobs and consumer spending, while travel disruptions and furloughs contributed to lost economic activity. The Congressional Budget Office estimates portions of this activity will not be recovered. Empty federal offices, furloughed workers, delayed data graphics. Wikipedia. State legislative politics remain in focus as Indiana lawmakers prepare for a final vote on redistricting, a process that will shape electoral maps ahead of future elections. The outcome remains uncertain under mounting pressure from national political leaders. Legislative Chamber visuals, Indiana map, redistricting diagrams. WKMG. In higher education news, elite U.S. colleges are now prioritizing economic diversity in admissions following the end of affirmative action policies. Institutions report a shift toward assessing socioeconomic background alongside academic achievement. College campuses, students in lecture halls, admission statistics graphics. WSLS. Farmers in key agricultural states are expressing concern over trade disputes, especially with China. Federal payments and subsidies have been announced in an effort to ease these burdens, though long-term solutions remain in debate in Washington. U.S. farmlands, crop fields, trade charts. WKMG. New U.S. border policies requiring travelers to declare years of social media history have sparked backlash internationally, particularly in Australia, where travelers describe the changes as excessive. The rules aim to enhance security screening, but remain controversial. Travelers at U.S. border checkpoints, social media icons, global passport visuals. The Guardian. U.S. forces seized an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast, drawing a sharp rebuke from Caracas, which called the action international piracy. The vessel, believed to be carrying sanctioned crude, was intercepted by U.S. naval forces. Venezuela's president has urged citizens to prepare for resistance, escalating tensions in Latin America. Naval fleet footage, satellite images of seizure, maps of the Caribbean Sea. AP News. Earlier this month, the administration released a new national security strategy, emphasizing an America-first approach and a recalibration of foreign policy priorities. This includes reduced emphasis on global democratic promotion and a firm stance on migration and resource security. Text headlined National Security Strategy, World Map with U.S. Focus Points. Wikipedia. Relations with key partners remain in flux, with some allies expressing concern over shifting U.S. strategies and continued engagement on strategic defense partnerships. Flags of U.S. allies, NATO visual, foreign leaders meetings. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is expanding its investigation into RSV and COVID-19 vaccine safety data after concerns were raised about potential adverse outcomes. Both manufacturers maintain their products remain safe, citing extensive trials. Vaccine vials, lab images, FDA announcement graphics. The Washington Post. Over 200 environmental groups have called for a halt to new data center construction, citing strong energy and water usage they say exacerbates utility costs and environmental stress. This debate highlights the intersection of tech growth and sustainability challenges. Severe flooding continues in the Pacific Northwest following unprecedented rainfall that has led to evacuations and major highway closures. National Guard units have been deployed to assist rescue operations, while authorities warn of further record rainfall expected. Flooded streets, National Guard rescue teams, weather radar maps. Wikipedia. Earlier this month, a National Guard deployment in Washington, D.C. saw a fatal shooting incident which remains under investigation. Officials continue to assess security protocols. Washington, D.C. National Guard visuals, investigation footage. Wikipedia. Colleges across the U.S. continue adapting admissions policies in the wake of affirmative action changes, now prioritizing economic diversity as a key metric for entry. Students on campus, financial aid statistics. Wikipedia. Global reactions to U.S. travel policies have sparked debate among international tourists, with some expressing abdication of planned trips due to new requirements. The long-term impact on tourism remains uncertain. Airport crowds, canceled trip notices. That concludes this comprehensive U.S. news update for December 11, 2025. From economic shifts to weather challenges and evolving national policy, we'll continue to bring you balanced, fact-based reporting. I'm Alex Carter. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay aware. Newsroom outro, Alex Carter Reports logo. Subscribe call to action.